to my Manchester United enthusiasts, fanatics, you have a big game coming up. I don't know if you should still call it big, but anyway, Manchester's playing against Man City, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Yeah. What do you guys think about that game? Please try not to be biased. I mean, you all know there's no chance, but yeah, just say what you can about the game.
You all the way. There's no ways I'm not gonna be biased. No. It's the Manchester Derby. I'm feeling good about this one, and I'm scared at the same time. I won't lie. I have lots of respect for Manchester City, but I'm feeling good because I feel like finally my team is starting to turn things around.
Yeah.
We chowed Liverpool. We chowed Arsenal, the mighty Arsenal.
Yeah.
Really? So I feel like we're gonna. I mean, even if we lose, there's a high chance we will lose. Mm-hmm. Even if we lose, I just feel like at least we're gonna show up. That's all I want from United. I want us to show up. I want us to be in the game, and at least if we can score a goal, I'd be happy. I'm not gonna expect much. I won't say we're gonna beat City from a 2-0 and stuff like that. But I feel like this might be a good derby in terms of. Just the shift in players and the energy, the atmosphere. I think it will be an interesting game, and I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I can tell you're excited. You know what? Let me just catch you for a minute. Mabunda, what do you think?
Yeah, we're playing away.
But City's always away, man. It's okay.
Those Trinyana fans.
We're playing at Etihad.
Yeah.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. I feel like we're gonna give them a run for their money. It's not gonna be a one-sided game. Given the confidence that we have, we out two biggest teams. Let's not spread that fact.
Yeah.
My players are doing good. The thing that I want from my coach is just that Bella, I'm far from him. I want him to start with that Real Madrid guy, Casemiro. If he can start with Casemiro and leave this Fred thingy, start with Casemiro, stabilize this in the middle, and let the boys do what they are famous of doing. And I'm fine.
Which boys?
Fernandez, Eriksen.
Oh, okay. But anyway, okay. Yeah, to add a bit on that, but I don't wanna jinx anything. I just wanna ask: do you think that the international break will affect some of your players? I mean, you're coming hot out of the international break. You're coming back to play a really strong team. Do you think that will have an effect on your performance?
I think it goes without saying all the teams are going to be affected by the international break.
Yeah.
There's been even a lot of injuries during the international break.
Yeah.
So besides that, before the international break, we hadn't played football for like what? I think we have 2 or 3 postponed games now.
Yeah.
And at least City got a game week they played before the international break. So they've actually had more football time than we had.
Than us.
Yeah. And I think that will go to show because it really depends on what kind of energy and spirit we're gonna bring into the game. But I think because we're still a team that hasn't quite gelled, but we're still finding our way through the simple basics, And of course, City they've been playing that kind of football for a long time. All they needed was like the perfect, piece for the puzzle, which was Haaland, and they've just been destroying.
Obviously, you're right. Anyway,
yeah.
So let's get a bit into it. Let's go deeper into it. I want to understand a bit from the two Manchester United losers on whatever. Which back four do you prefer, or which system do you prefer? But let's start it from the back. Which are the players that you want to be on the pitch on Sunday? Who would you prefer to start at the back? Only at the back for now.
Definitely not Maguire.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can both agree on that.
Malaysia. Let it be Malaysia, Martinez, Varane, and Dalo.
Oh, and Dalo.
Yeah.
Exactly how he said it.
Yeah.
So it's Malaysia on this side, Dalo on that side, and then in the middle, who do you have?
Varane and Martinez.
Varane and Martinez.
Yes.
Okay, good enough for me. So
that's the best we have.
Okay, we started from the back on your side, so we'll start from the front on City's side. So you're basically saying Haaland will be dealing with Varane and then Martinez.
Yeah.
Will they handle the ball? Could they?
The thing is, we're also counting on our DMs, probably Scott or Casemiro, whoever's going to play that day.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's Casemiro because he'll definitely know how to handle a player like Haaland. To drop and be part of that defensive centre back pairing.
Okay.
Mia is raising a very important point. I feel
Okay.
like the battle will be
In the middle.
in the middle.
Okay, but regarding that middle, if the midfield, if I were your coach, I wouldn't necessarily start with Casemiro. I mean, he has looked a bit off, to be honest. The games that he looks a bit slow, so you need to slowly integrate him into the team, and so that he can understand the tempo. And I mean, this is a very high stakes game, to be honest. So
Yeah.
Scott has been doing well. I mean, much as it hurts to say that, but he's been doing really well. I mean, Eriksen and Scott for me should definitely start. I don't know who else should be in, but I want Eriksen in the team. Okay, I don't want anything, but I would prefer Eriksen in the team and Scott. Scott has been really good for you guys right now. I mean, yeah, we can debate that he's not on that A level in terms of, I mean, talent and brilliant, but he's definitely done well for you, more especially under Ten Hag.
Technically, if there's one thing I'm afraid in terms of starting Scott, based on Man City's pace, Scott is 1%. It doesn't. When he goes, he goes. He's gonna be suspended. I know.
But Casemiro's a bit slower, and he's a bit slower, and that is going to pose a serious problem because the same problem you have in in Scott of going all the way in, Casemiro is the exact same
But
way.
the thing is timing.
Yeah, Scott's timing
Casemiro
for me. No.
has more timing.
Yeah.
So he is more precise.
Precise. Yeah. With
When
his
he goes in,
tackles.
it's more precise. That's why he gets
Yeah.
away with it almost all the time.
all the time.
He'll have 100,000, have one yellow card.
Why do I feel like you're
know,
hanging on
When
to...
it comes to Scott, he's gonna have 2 brilliant tackles that will send him off.
No, okay. I'm not the expert. We're talking about Man United here. That is your team. But I honestly feel like Scott should be given a fair chance. I definitely start him over Casemiro, and then bring on Casemiro later in the game.
Yeah.
And then let's go. Okay, the midfield. So you're basically saying, you were both saying that in the midfield you want Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno.
Yeah.
So that's your midfield trio.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go up front. Who would you have?
Right
start?
wing, Jadon Sancho. Left wing, Anthony. False number 9 or a number 9, Rashford.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Then we'll bring Ronaldo
Much later in the
Yeah.
game. So you guys are basically saying that in order to win on Saturday, both Maguire and Ronaldo need to start on the bench.
Yeah.
And Fred.
And Fred. okay, good enough. I don't know who City is going to play. I mean, Pep is really unpredictable, to be honest. But I know that Bernardo Silva is going to be very hard to deal with. I know that if Mahrez plays, it's going to be very hard to deal with. If Gundo plays, it's going to be very hard to deal with. If you are to have any chance at winning, you need to be able to close down De Bruyne.
Yeah.
How do you think you're going to do that?
Which is okay. This is another problem. We have two people that need to be basically handled.
Yeah.
It's De Bruyne and Haaland.
Yes.
And the thing is, Haaland one-on-one. In fact, Haaland needs
Can't
2 people.
man mark Haaland.
Haaland
You
alone
can't.
needs 2 people.
Yeah.
And the thing about De Bruyne is he's just so smart. He can maneuver his way around being marked. So
Yeah.
honestly, I that's what I'm saying. I am a little bit scared because I don't know what to expect. But I feel like if we position ourselves well, so positioning is very important here. So closing down spaces so that the passes can't be made.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
the
think
point
that's
wanted
how
to
we're
make
gonna
as
hold
well.
City
Yeah.
because I think undeniably so they're gonna have the ball, right?
Yes.
What we need to do is have good positioning so that the passes, the runs can't be made.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way we can sort of like box them in and close them down.
Yeah.
And the little chances that we'll get must
Convert.
You
Yeah,
must
definitely.
convert,
I'd say if you are to have
Yeah.
a shot, you need to convert your chances.
Because
But
you can lead Man City 3-0. That
They can
does
come
not
back.
mean that they won. Yeah.
and I mean, that'll be the big challenge on Sunday, closing down, I mean, those pockets of spaces. The problem with Haaland is it's very hard to mark the guy. He runs really well. He can hold the ball here really well. It's very hard. He is always looking at those spaces that he can run through. And he and De Bruyne, I mean, those guys understand each other so well. De Bruyne knows exactly where to pass the ball, and the chances are you're not going to get there before Haaland gets there. So that is going to be a serious problem. That is going to be one of the biggest problems on Saturday. Even if you close down De Bruyne, there's no way he's not going to touch the ball. And we know that if De Bruyne has a second on the ball, he can produce magic.
Yeah.
Let me emphasize Mia's point. The thing is, based on the issue, Haaland and De Bruyne, the only thing we need to do is to be calculative in terms of when De Bruyne releases the ball. The only thing that either Varane or Martinez can do is to stop the passes in between Haaland and De Bruyne. You cannot man mark Haaland. You cannot just stay with Haaland and say you are marking him. As soon as he receives the ball, he turns. He's gone.
So okay.
You need to break the chain.
I get what you're saying. I
Yeah.
basically understand what you're saying. But then we can go on and on and on and on and on and on about this. But I mean, can I get your predictions on the Sunday game? Liverpool, Manchester United versus City. What do you think the score will be?
2-1 Man City.
Hey, that's we have no faith.
I'm a Man United fan, but Man City are gonna go
2-1
out.
Man City.
I love
2-1,
your
yeah.
honesty.
I think I'll go with. This might be very bold, but I'm gonna go with United 2-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Marine?
3-1 Man City. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going with. And yeah, I don't want to be the one to break it to you guys. I mean, I don't want to be the guy who strips, that little kid of, their toy, but you're definitely not walking away with this one. I mean, the sooner you accept it, the better, gents. You're going to lose on Sunday, and it's okay.
Emotional,
You know, it's okay.
There's always a chance.
A lot of
for
teams
faith.
have been there, and it's okay to lose to
No,
Man
it's
City.
okay to lose, but how are we gonna
How are we
lose?
gonna?
Yes,
lose?
I definitely enjoy. A both-sided game. Not a one-sided game, to be honest. But anyway, gents, that was it from us Onside Trio this week. You'll catch us whenever we come back. We promise we won't take too long this time. Peace out.